Melrose Mountain, Wednesday, Higher Ground, Tryon, North Carolina. I want to speak to you on the subject this evening on humility. It's not just the opposite of proud. It's a spirit that is sometimes misunderstood. Sometimes people see people that are humble as being low self-esteem or having a Walter Mitty type of meekness. But that's not what the Bible teaches at all. As a matter of fact, in Numbers chapter 12, it speaks of Moses and the fact that he was a humble man. But let's take a look and see what Jesus said. Jesus said that he himself was gentle and that he was humble of the heart. As a matter of fact, in Matthew chapter 18, verse 4, he says, "He that humbles himself will be the greatest in the kingdom." In James 4:6, he says, "God is opposed to the proud. And if you'll humble yourself in the presence of the Lord, he will exalt you at the right time." James 4:10. In Numbers chapter 12, verse 3, it says, "Moses was very humble, very humble." We see that as God came to Moses in the wilderness, and Moses said to God, "Who am I that I should lead the people of Israel out?" And when, in fact, they succeeded in bringing the people of Israel out, Moses didn't say, "Look at what Aaron and I did," or "Look what I did." They said, "The Lord has brought you out of the land of Egypt and out of bondage." Humility is the result of knowing God and knowing yourself. There are some traits that I read in a very good devotional book about humility. It says, don't exaggerate your own abilities, and don't exaggerate your own importance. Enjoy helping others. Don't be one who is afraid to ask for help. And when you are wrong, be willing to admit it and grow from your failures. And to know how to laugh and how to cry. And to live life in its simplest form. Those are traits of a humble person. A humble person doesn't exaggerate his own importance, and he doesn't mind helping others. And he's not afraid to ask for help when he has need. And when wrong, he's willing to learn from it and to admit that he was wrong. He grows from his failures. He loves life in its simplest forms. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5 says, God is one that knows how to give grace to the humble. That humility, that gentleness spirit, that ability to not exaggerate your own worth and to enjoy helping others and to not be afraid to ask others for help when you need it and to know how to laugh and cry. Those traits, God says, are the very traits that he allows grace to be given to those humble and that he exalts at the right time. Now, we can't go around wanting to act humble, hoping that God's going to exalt us, because what is that? That's pride. Humbleness is a spirit. And it's not a spirit of poor self-esteem, and it's not a spirit of timidity like Walter Mitty. But humbleness is what Jesus had in the heart. He said so himself. Take my yoke. He said, I am gentle and humble of heart. I hope the next time that you think about good traits, you'll not just think about self-worth and you'll not just think about your accomplishments, but you'll realize that we're nothing without God. Yes, it's true, we can all do all things through Christ who strengthens us, but we can do nothing without him. As a matter of fact, our preacher in Simpsonville preached a sermon just recently about all the things we can't do without Christ. We can't do anything without Christ. So we need to have humble spirits and not be afraid to ask for help when we need it. And certainly be gracious and kind to give others help when we can. That's your thought for the day. God bless you.